Have you ever wondered if you were or are the narcissist grade A supply? Hi, I'm Nanette, and welcome back to my channel, Narcissism Exposed. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I put out a video. So, what is the difference between a grade A supply and just supply? I think before I answer that question, let's define the fragile ego of the narcissist, because then we're going to get a better understanding of what he or she is looking for. So what we need to recognize is that the narcissist has very, very fragile ego, a very low self-esteem, very low self-image of himself. And he or she relies on stealing the identity of the person that they seek supply from. So what makes a grade A supply? And these are some of the primary features of grade A supply. Number one, they have to be successful. They're good at their job, they have a high position in their company, they're recognized for their great work. Number two, good looking. Of course, he or she wants somebody good looking to hang on their arm and to go places to and to be seen with somebody who is going to be catching people's attention. Narcissists are attention hogs. And number three, they want somebody who has some possessions, maybe has a house, has a car or several cars, right? Has certain beach properties. In other words, somebody who is highly accomplished. And they want somebody who is an empath, who's very empathetic and who is very understanding and easy to forgive someone, and they have no hesitation to do it time and time again. And then they want somebody who has great understanding and is always trying to put themselves in somebody else's shoes, somebody who's a nurturer, somebody who is a fixer, so to speak. They want someone who's smart and someone who's possibly like a high public personality, somebody who is in the spotlight. Now, when I mentioned smart, they don't want their grade A supply to be too smart. In other words, smart in the aspect of identifying what is fairy tale and what's not. And someone who is not very cognizant, not very aware of the difference between what's evil, deceptive, or dark, that somebody takes the world, looks at the world like there's good in everyone and everyone is so good, and has that type of persona. So they're looking for that. They're eyeballing people, looking for these features, and the more of these characteristics that you have, the more you're leaning towards the grade A supply. And certainly they don't want anyone who is going to be a resistor, somebody who's very resistant, or somebody who is always challenging what you're saying or what you're doing, where they just take everything in their stride and they don't question the things that you are doing. First of all, the narcissist is going to engage in love bombing, and that's like the condensed version of mega dating, and putting their hook into that person. So the more they have those pink lenses where they see everything as a fairy tale, the more the narcissist recognizes that person as the grade A supply. So they're definitely looking for somebody who is going to provide adoration, adulation, praise, constant praise, talking to everybody, what a great person this guy or girl is, and all the things that they do for them, and they love all of this praise and all of this glory. So they're looking for this bubbly, happy, smart, successful, has property, forgiving, loving, kind, empathetic person, knowing that the things that they are going to be offering grade A supply is no empathy, lies, stealing, deception, and pain, right? And ultimately, destruction. Do you call that a fair trade? I mean, just even looking at that, it boggles the mind. But the cloak of deception is so well orchestrated and narrated that before you know it, you're swooped into that whole movement, and it's just so fast and so chaotic and sometimes confusing that you just kind of go along with that, not realizing that you have just entered the spider's web. And now comes the paralyzation and keeping you in that place. And the ultimate grade A, if there could be any more than grade A supply, but the ultimate would be someone coming from a past of, a poor childhood, an abusive childhood, or abusive marriage, or former relationships, right? And so that person has, even though they're successful in life, that, they're still suffering now with low self-esteem, low self-worth. And somebody who's coming into this relationship wanting to desperately believe in the fairy tale. So I just want to distinguish this in case anybody out there is thinking, well, how come I wasn't the grade A supply? Or is the grade A supply better than just regular supply? Or supply is supply is supply. It just depends on, if you're grade A supply, you stay in that loop a lot longer because you're more pliable, malleable. They can orchestrate you a little bit more. So the thing is that where supply, whether grade A, B, C, or whatever, we're all put in that same boat of supplying the sick narcissist that adoration, adulation, and even in fighting with the narcissist, they love that, because anything that gives them attention and a reaction, they thrive on all of it. They consider all of that a thrill, as sick as that is, because they have caused a reaction. That's how, I'm sorry, but that's just so low on the intelligence scale to find happiness and thrills from getting a reaction out of people. But that's how these sick, demonic narcissists look at their relationships, their supplies, and all the reactions that they'd rather get adulation and adoration, right? And praise. But if they can't get that, they're happy to get an anger reaction out of you, a frustration reaction out of you. Anything will do. So we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same herd. We're all in the same pasture. But here is the big difference, is when you finally have an awakening where you see the destructive behavior of the narcissist, and you see the pain and suffering they so gleefully try to cause you, and you have this awakening, or you're just plain old fed up with this bad behavior. Either way, you have decided enough is enough, and you completely remove yourself from that entanglement. And yes, I call it an entanglement. It is not a relationship. You're not relating to each other. There's no relations where both parties love, honor, respect, consider, have communication with equal communication with each other. And while you're talking to the narcissist, expressing your heart, your concerns, things that you feel like you both need to talk about and come to a resolution, they're thinking how wrong you are to even dare to bring anything up that points a finger at them. If anything, their behaviors due to you, you cause them to lose their patience, to yell at you, to be abusive, to storm out, to gaslight you, to ghost you. You're the cause of everything. Now, honestly, I'm talking and I'm going, this is like a horror movie. And I understand how the heart of an empath, of a good person, gets caught into this snare, this web, and your heart is so purely given in its entirety, and you're confused, you're bewildered, you're shocked, and the empath is always looking, how can I resolve this? How can I make this better? And then at times you might even go, well, maybe I was a little too hard, or maybe I shouldn't have been so confronting. No, 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 no. You were right on. The angrier and the more tactics that the narcissist engages in means that you are standing your ground. You are saying no to the bad behavior. You are saying, I have a voice. I have a say in this. This is my life. I own my life, not you. And the narcissist doesn't like that. He or she wants nothing more than for you to feel frail, bewildered, shaky and afraid, hiding in a corner, only waiting for the voice of the narcissist to tell you it's okay, you can go do this now. No. Once you have that awakening, I can't see how anybody would even tolerate being in the same room as a narcissist. Remember, they don't want to be fixed. They don't want to be rehabilitated. So put your love, heart, and energy first to healing yourself and then rebuilding yourself. There's a great scripture referring to the way the narcissist wants to cause you pain, cause you suffering, steal from you, and ultimately destroy you. It's in the Gospel of John, chapter 10, verse 10. It says, for the thief being the devil, cometh not but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I am come, Jesus Christ is speaking in that verse, I am come that they might have life and have it more abundantly. Look at the stark difference between Jesus Christ representing light and goodness and the devil representing darkness and evil. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Sounds like a narc to me, but Jesus Christ has come to give us life and give it how? More abundantly. Give abundance to you. And that's what you've been doing for the narc. You've been expending your energy, your time, your efforts to provide all of the abundance that you have within, your happiness, your joy, your success, your light, and your life. And all the narc has been doing is sucking the energy out of you for the sole purpose of stealing your identity and then ultimately destroying you. There's a fantastic verse in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, and it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's the reality. We think many times this is just, a physical battle, but what we need to understand is, where is this emanating from? A deep, dark, higher realm, a spiritual realm, where the narcissist is receiving his or her instructions with whispers in their ear about how they can destroy you. And this is a really real scenario. When you look at this from God's word, it just makes sense. And the verse I really love, that's the theme of this channel, is in John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So share this information with your friends, your family, other people suffering with a narcissist abuse in their life. And be sure to, if you like this, if you found this valuable content, go ahead and hit the like button. And be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. And also the notification bell, so you'll be notified the next time I put out a video. So until next time, walk in peace and stay blessed.